What's up? Hey! Hey, how you doing? Hey! What's up, party people? Oh, that's me. Fire in the rain. Yeah, two bitch, alright. Touch my body. She get it from her mama. Whoops. That's why you're getting on that plane. Maybe not today. Oh, God. Fucking frustrating. Oh, God almighty. That's what I told the bitch. What's up, everybody? That's only second wave. Drizzling a little bit. A little drizzle, as my French counterparts would say. Jessica Paranik reacted to my shit. Beans. We're out here in the South Pacific Ocean, for those that don't know. Crossed the international date line, but our phone is not updating, so technically it's Saturday for us, but we're gonna keep calling it Friday
until we get there.
Yeah, until our phones tell us it's Saturday, it's Friday. So I don't think until we arrive in Fiji will our phones and everything jump ahead. So I think we're gonna arrive in Fiji maybe on Tuesday, but it's actually as soon as we friggin' arrive, our phones will jump ahead 24 hours. And it'll be Wednesday. So anybody that's just tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm a little late going live today. We're running the engine. There's not really any wind. We got like 6-7 knots of wind. Not anything we could sail in. So we're motoring. We still got the mainsail up to help keep the motion of the boat a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, since there's no wind, the ocean's pretty freaking calm. So yeah, I mean, I slept very well. What's up, Donald? Donald said, "What's up, Matt and Jess?" Donald from that we met in Isla Mujeres.
Yeah, I remember.
How you doing, Donald?
How you doing?
I think I might have. I was just a couple. Probably right before we left for Bora Bora, or when we were in Bora Bora, I was going through a lot of my old video clips, and I think I might have some video of Isla Mujeres when we met you. I can't remember if it was the day that my wife got really drunk. Oh yeah, it's nice and smooth. I slept so well. I got almost 7 hours of sleep. I think Jess got like 8.
About 7 hours.
7. Oh man, we're feeling good, revitalized, rejuvenated, refreshed, retarded.
What?
I don't speak Russian or anything. If you could translate, that'd be awesome. Sorry. Or whatever language that is. I probably should. How's everybody doing this fine, whatever day it is for you? We're calling it Friday. I just put the fishing pole out. Hello, Russia. Thank you for stopping in. We're on a sailboat right now in the South Pacific Ocean sailing to Fiji. We're actually motoring right now. We have the mainsail up to help the motion, but there's not much wind out here right now. We had good wind. We've been out at sea now for 11 days. Happy Friday, Frenchie. We're on day 11 here out at sea. We haven't seen land for 11 days. We're hoping to arrive in 4. Less than 4, hopefully. We are motoring directly at our a little bit north of our destination, just because once we get there and the wind shift, then we could turn south and still have wind to sail. But we are on course. We're on the closest direct route that we've been this whole trip. Normally we've been going a little bit off course one way or the other. We're pretty damn near heading straight towards Fiji. I'm happy. I'm gonna have to try to fillet it the best I could, Don, and we'll see. I mean, I'm not the biggest fish eater, but if we hook it, I will fillet it and I'll eat it. We'll see. The line's in the water though. I just put the line in. Got a nice big lure on it. I think it's about the size of the lure that we went fishing with a local Tahitian fisherman, and I think my lure was about as big as his. That sounds funny. But he ended up, when we were out with him, we caught like probably like 120 pound blue marlin. So I mean, I think I could catch something big, and I think I have a 120 pound test on there right now. My rod and reel should handle it no problem. It's just getting it up into the boat will be a problem. Last time I caught a really big mahi, we lost it trying to get it into the boat, and we lost our fishing net. Or gaff, I don't remember which one it was at the time. I meant to buy, I might be able to fashion a way to gaff the fish and then use some lines from the boat to lift it out. We have a friend that recommended doing that, adding like a ring to the gaff so that you could attach a line to it and use your winches to pull it out of the water. So I guess we could try doing that. I tried fishing a little bit yesterday. What's up, Yoda? How you doing? It's me again. Still in the Pacific Ocean, still sailing to Fiji. Yeah, gaff, fish. Oh yeah, I was fishing yesterday, didn't catch anything. I said if I hit 350 subscribers, I would fish, which we completely destroyed that. What's up, Tamara? Are we going to be in the water in June? No, Tamara, we're going to be okay from the underwater volcanoes and everything. I promise you that. But I did say that if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to take the sail down, we're going to shut the engine off, and I'm going to jump in the middle of the friggin' Pacific Ocean. And hopefully we don't have no sharks or nothing around. What's up, Richie Rich? How you doing today? Oh man, it is so nice out today. Smooth sailing, not really any waves, not really any wind either, so we're motoring, we're running the engine, we're burning diesel fuel, which isn't optimal. We got the diesel fumes in the cockpit, but the motion of the ocean is great. I slept great, my wife slept great, so we really have no complaints today. Hopefully that means that the Starlink's not rocking back and forth, that we maintain a good signal. We could have a good long live today. Lots of good conversation. Maybe we'll catch a fish. Maybe magically I could get like 150 subscribers while we're on this live, and I will jump in the fucking ocean. What's up, Nudis? How you doing, Barry? Thank you, Tamara. It's much appreciated. Like I said, if we do get 1,000 subscribers, though, I will jump in the ocean. Maybe we catch a fish, I gut it, I clean it out, we throw the guts in the ocean, then I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I jump in the ocean after we chum the waters. I'm doing awesome, Barry. Good weather. I mean, for the most part, it's drizzling a little bit, but the waves are nice. Got lots of sleep. I'm energized. Long time no speak. Yeah, it's a good day. We sent our money off to biosecurity for checking our pets in. We have to pay to check our pets in, even though Fiji right now isn't really down with pets, so they're not going to be allowed to leave the boat. What's up, Linda? How are you and Joey doing today? Exactly, Richie. I would. I don't think I would jump in right after chumming the waters. Hell yeah, Barry. I'm down with an Outback visit next time we come. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be coming to Fiji until around the world. Hoping to make it. And I'm hoping that we will be living on our sailboat in like Maryland this time next year. So then I could come up to Pennsylvania whenever the hell I want and we friggin' live it up. We actually, Barry, my wife and I have now, we prefer Longhorn Steakhouse. Although they're kind of falling off for us now because what really drew us to Longhorn Steakhouse was their chili cheese fries, which they took off the menu after COVID. So maybe we go back to being just straight up Outback lovers. Because Outback, which one has rice that you like? Is it Outback? Oh, Longhorn has the rice. Okay. So, oh, you're in South Carolina. Awesome. Well, then maybe we friggin' stop in and see you because we'll probably go to Florida because that means that'll be our completing our circumnavigation of the globe. Maybe have a circumnavigation party in Florida, and then we'll probably work our way up the coast back up to the East Coast so we could be closer to family, start having babies. So, yeah, maybe we'll see you in South Carolina. What else was I saying? The waters are very clear here, Tamara. Oh yeah, Red Lobster biscuits. We were sailing around with boxes of Red Lobster biscuits for a little bit, but they don't last long. We definitely eat them very quick. Oh, they're so good. But Outback bread, me and Barry used to eat a lot of friggin' Outback bread. We would go and we would destroy like 9 or 10 loaves of Outback bread every time we go. At least. Plus our meal, plus desserts. Texas Roadhouse, hell yeah. Oh man, not yet, Steven, the line's out. She's out. If we don't get anything today, maybe I'll try a lure change tomorrow. Hey, we're live. Phew. Oh yeah, we would tip better if the waitress kept bringing the bread out. We tipped good. We tipped good too. We would eat a lot. Like we would still eat our friggin' meals and dessert. Yeah, so biosecurity got their money for the pets. I reached out to a marina to see if we could reserve a slip for a couple days to check in. I'm gonna need the chat, everybody, to hold us accountable. Don't let us stay in a marina longer than a week. Start talking shit if I friggin' try staying in a marina longer than a week. We need to get out and sail around Fiji and visit all the, because there's tons of islands. And the place we're checking into, I think, is like the main capital spot, but it's not really the biggest tourist spot, so I would like to get to the other island. There's a good tattoo artist there, maybe get another tattoo. All right, Don, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I'll definitely post some pics if we catch anything. But yeah, so we have a slip in the marina. I don't think we're gonna stay in the marina. I asked for a week, but I don't think we'll even stay that long because it's gonna be hot as fuck and we don't have an air conditioner anymore. We threw it away in Tahiti because we thought we were going to Hawaii. And in Hawaii, in America, we have different plugs for electricity than the rest of the world. So we didn't think we wouldn't be able to use our air conditioner in Hawaii. So we threw it out. We don't have an air conditioner now. So if we get stuck in a marina, we're gonna have to keep all the hatches closed so our cat doesn't get out and start roaming the dock. So it's gonna be very uncomfortable. So I don't think we're gonna stay on the dock long. Hopefully. You guys gotta friggin' talk shit if we try staying connected. Awesome, thank you, Tamara. We're doing good. We're doing really good today. Thanks to the motion of the ocean, the lack of wind. I thought because there's not really any motion or anything today, I thought Starlink would be doing good, but already twice it said reconnecting. I mean, we've been rocking back and forth pretty hardcore, and the Starlink stayed with a better connection. Although it is very overcast today, so maybe that has something to do with it. Drizzling. But what's everybody up to for this Friday night? Anybody doing anything exciting? Partying it up? Oh yeah, I had to I was cleaning out all my like weed jars and everything today to get rid of the smell, trying to get rid of anything that had any kind of marijuana residue for when we're checking into the country. Because I do know that officials will definitely be boarding our boat here in Fiji. Which will be the first time in over a year, probably almost 2 years since we've been boarded. Starlink's been good to me for the most part. Not necessarily for going live. I mean, for downloading, for having internet, it's great because you don't really notice the outages that much. But for going live, it's kind of been pissing me off. Hell yeah, Berries. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I go live every day, so stop in whenever you can. But yeah, so just want to make sure I don't get any kind of arrested when we check in. So cleaned out all my old jars. Well, I have one jar that I have left to clean out. There's a little bit of residue in there. Maybe I'll try to scrape and take a little puff before we arrive. Yeah, I make oil too, but nothing beats smoking a blunt. Hits you immediately. You don't have to be waiting. You don't have to worry about overdosing yourself with edibles, which I've definitely done before. I was in bed for 2 days, for 48 hours in Guatemala after a brownie. This lady used to advertise on the Facebook group in Guatemala. She was a baker and she would do like all these baked goods and desserts and stuff. And at the bottom of the thing said special brownies. And they were fucking special. Hell yeah. I mean, why are your fucking lungs, have you smoked, Barry? You never really were a smoker. I stopped smoking a long time ago and I switched to vaping. And then I gave up all nicotine stuff when I quit drinking in 2023. Now it's just the mean green. I hope people could tell the difference today. Like, I know you still see like the background kind of bouncing around, but it is way better out here than every day before. Hell yeah, Bill. What kind of blunts do you smoke? Hell yeah, Barry. That's what, like, I mean, I also was drinking at the time in Guatemala, but that brownie had me. I couldn't get out of bed for 48 hours. My wife ended up throwing the rest of the brownies away on me. Bill, where are you from? You got a last name of some South Africans I know. Yeah, I love blunts. I hate pipes. Bongs and blunts. Boston, Massachusetts, awesome. Yeah, we met some South Africans in Honduras with the same last name. That was a good time. Honduras was amazing. Roatan in Honduras, little island off the coast of the mainland of Honduras, is awesome. Utila, if you like to scuba dive, awesome place. The Bay Islands of Honduras. Never had an issue with it. I do get seasick if I try like working on my laptop down below. In some heavy weather, I got a little seasick on our Pacific crossing. So I just try not to go on my laptop down below. I'll bring it out here. And like we upgraded our cockpit so that we could roll down the windows and we're completely enclosed in the cockpit. So yeah, my wife gets seasick, our cat gets seasick. Me and the dog are the only troopers. The dog gets upgraded to first mate when we're at sea. We've seen one ship in 10 days. And it ended up being some dude that we knew from Tahiti. What are we eating today? What are we eating today? Oh yeah, Rose.
Hungry? As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna
They make medicine for that, Barry. They also have like these bracelets that we've had friends tell us work really well. I got one for my wife, but she's never tried it. I love roller coasters, and I kind of just feel like that's what this is. I love when you're driving in a car and you go over like a little bump and you have, or like you're going down a hill and you hit a little bump and you have that where the stomach goes up in your insides. I love that feeling. And plus, like, once you're on the boat for so long, especially living on it, sleeping on it and everything, you get used to it and you don't even realize that that it's moving most of the time. We definitely been out in some rough shit though. I think if you just stay in the cockpit in rough weather, especially if you have the ability to be like safe from the elements, it's not that bad. They always say just keep like look out at the horizon, and that usually fixes things.
Can you close the windows downstairs?
Oh, yeah. Guys, give me 1 second. Anybody that got to drop off, catch us on the next one, but I just got to go close the windows. I completely forgot we had windows open down. Actually, I'll just bring you with me. How about that? I just stepped on the dog. I'm sorry, Lexi. I'm sorry. I can't believe she hasn't gotten a broken bone from me. The robo trip. Oh shit, it is wet everywhere. Whoops. I guess it's not good that our electrical panel's right there. Definitely did some robo tripping too. A long time ago. Senior in high school. Did all the dishes today. Bed is soaked with sweat. Friggin', I just wake up drenched. There's some squalls off in the distance. You definitely did, Barry. I always friggin' thought you were a goody two shoes. Definitely never did it around me. I think I barely even saw you drink. We need to have the ocean in the background, otherwise people don't friggin' believe us. Oh my god. Like you actually see galaxies. Like you see like how like in pictures it'll be like all like a color lit, like it's not just the stars, but like you have that like aura, that colorful aura. You see that shit out here. I wish the boat in the ocean didn't rock, because you can't take a decent picture. You can't take a picture at all of the sky. But it's so amazing. Nothing like I've ever seen before. Reminds you of the ferry ride to Falmouth. The one thing is, it's a bit muggy right now because of the lack of wind plus the rain. So we have like the rain, the little bit of wind that we have is coming from that side of the boat. So my wife's sitting over there and the rain would be flying in, so she has the window closed, but that also keeps us from really having any wind over here, so it's a little stuffy. That's the problem, Barry, because if you set a longer shutter speed, the motion of the boat, it shows like squiggly lines everywhere. It's just like a big blur because of the motion. Like you can never, like the boat is I don't think there's a short enough exposure that could get the stars and not get the motion blur, unless you have like a really expensive camera that has a really big sensor on it. Like we have some friends that are professional filmmakers and stuff. They might have the equipment to get good shots. I've tried. Yeah, what we should do is if we get on to, if we're in any islands, I mean, maybe in Fiji, some of the smaller islands that are uninhabited, we could just dinghy to shore on land and wait on land until nightfall and set up a camera to get a long exposure. Because I can't imagine there's much light pollution coming from Fiji. Like even Tahiti, which was the capital of French Polynesia, I mean, there wasn't much light pollution from Tahiti. Like it's not like they have this huge city that keeps lights on all night long. Gets pretty dark. We'll see if we could. We don't usually stay out past nighttime, especially if we have to dinghy back. I'm starting to feel a little breeze. So yeah, I don't know if anyone heard, but I think we're having steak and roasted veggies today. We have to finish using up our fresh vegetables. Well, we're down to 428 miles. GPS is saying somewhere between 3 and 5 days. Because our speed, as we rock back and forth and everything, our speed's banging around from like 3.5 miles an hour to like 6 miles an hour. So depending on what our average is, I'd say about 4 days it's going to take us. We average about 120 miles a day, 5 miles an hour. And we've been at sea for, what are we at now? 11. Is it 11? Day 11 we're on. Should remember to put that in the title of the live, what day we're on. got more squalls back there. Looks like it's rolling up on us too. Actually, there's squalls on that side, and that's actually the side where that's getting blown towards us, so we're probably going to continuously get hit by squalls. All the wind is getting sucked down towards New Zealand. There's some weather down there that's like sucking all the friggin' wind out. Barry, 2013, I was reading a lot of books about hiking the Appalachian Trail, or I guess since I'm from the area, I should say it right, Appalachian Trail. And then somehow I upgraded to wanting to buy an RV, so I just started buying books on RVing and making money while RVing and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to just travel to the lower 48 states. And my wife was absolutely in love with that idea. And then I read a book about a girl who, when she turned 18, her dad had saved up a bunch of money for her. And he was like, well, you could take this money and go to college, or you could take it and buy a sailboat and go sail around the world, which is what I think he did when he was younger. And she opted for the boat. And I don't know, I just fell in love with it. I was like, I could go visit all these tropical places instead of all these like landlocked places in the United States. That sounds way better. I love going to the beach. I love tropical shit. So that set forth a dream. And that was 2013, and by 2014 we took transfers with Amazon down to Florida, so I could just be in a place where sailing was much more popular. There was a lot of boats for sale. And then I think we bought our first boat in 2016. Lost it in Hurricane Irma in 2017. But yeah, it was a book. And then I guess there was one young couple that was doing YouTube videos back then called Wicked Salty. I think they were a really, really big inspiration for me too. And then there's the bigger ones, like Delos was around a little bit back then. Like the brothers weren't really making videos until they got girlfriends in New Zealand. I didn't really watch them. I never really watched them. Wicked Salty was really probably the biggest YouTube influence for me. I think that if I would have had like someone like me, I don't know, if I would have seen like been able to join lives and stuff, I might have been a little bit more turned off by it. Jacques, motherfucker, what's up? How you doing? They're still in Fiji? I thought that they had just left to go to Fiji. My wife said that while we were on this trip, like a week ago, I saw their post on Facebook saying they were headed to Fiji. Yeah, we've always been a little bit behind them. We were a little bit behind them in Mexico before they crossed the Pacific again. If you look on my Instagram, Antisocial in Paradise, like one of my first pictures is with them. I did meet them back in like 2016, I think. Jacques, what the fuck are you up to? Where are you at right now? Are you still in Bocas? How's your boat work doing? I don't know if he's still in here. I got a guy named Bill who has the same last name as Tony and Robin. But yeah, God, yeah, I think I definitely saw the sailing life through rose-colored glasses back then. Though Wicked Salty did do a good job at showing the shitty parts, and they like tried crossing the Gulf Stream to the Bahamas once, and the weather was way too bad. They had to turn around. So I definitely knew that there was it wasn't always easy, but yeah. I think at this point, what I love about the lifestyle now is I could just go wherever wherever. I guess I can't go wherever I want, whenever I want. You obviously have to follow the winds and like I would have loved to just turn around in French Polynesia and sail right back across the Pacific Ocean to Panama and get back in the Caribbean. Go hang out with Jacques and Bocas and Ryan and Anja, everybody. But yeah, I mean, you get to move, you get to go visit a lot of places, spend a lot more time than if you were just on vacation, learn about it. Like I think that if I never went sailing, I would have never thought that Guatemala would be a good place to live and raise a family, but I would definitely do that. It's something that we've talked about. I feel like I probably would have thought that healthcare in Guatemala would have been questionable. Hell yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll be in your neck of the woods sometime in let's say, like, I don't know, I'm hoping maybe March, April, working our way up the east coast of the US. Man, I feel like I miss Roatan, man. That was such an amazing time. I think that was probably one of my best experiences, was our crew in Roatan. Jacques was a police officer in South Africa, for those that don't know. Jacques, I hope you could fucking find me some weed hookups in South Africa when we get there. I'm worrying about finding weed for the rest of this sail around the world. Not far from Myrtle Beach, awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely keep in touch, and I mean, I'll be posting on Facebook. I'll be live all the time, so I'm sure you'll know when we're in that neck of the woods. Definitely stop and catch up in South Carolina. No, she's never done it before. She doesn't drink, she doesn't do anything. I've seen my wife drunk maybe 10 times. And Dawn, that was in here earlier, I think was there for one of them in Isla Mujeres. Soggy Pesos margaritas? Is that what it was?
Soggy pesos and they serve margaritas.
Yeah. Anybody that's been to Isla Mujeres knows about Soggy Pesos margaritas. What are you looking at? Oh, you need a bath? Yeah, definitely, Barry. I mean, a boat goes pretty slow, so I mean, it could probably arrange to make sure it happens. I mean, unless you're gone for like 3, 4, 5 months at a time. And anybody that knows, my canker sores are finally starting to go away from biting the inside of my friggin' mouth while I was chewing food. So they're not hurting me as much. Gotta order the stuff from Amazon my cousin sent me. It looks like friggin' some heavy duty medicine for friggin' making this shit go numb. Okay, yeah, I mean, we would definitely be able to arrange a stopping by. We only go 5 miles an hour on this boat, so it'd probably take us friggin' a few days just to friggin' sail past the whole state of South Carolina. I was connected to a VPN like a fucking asshole. Let me know if anybody joins back in and it's good. That was a dumb fucking mistake. We should be good. Yeah, I was connected to a fucking VPN like an idiot. Linda, did it go out for you at all? Yeah, I was just about to say, maybe I need to start friggin' taking donations so I could buy the $1,500 high performance Starlink dish. But I think that was user error. That was me being connected to a VPN. Definitely starting to run out of friggin' snacks and shit. Boy, I do still have some black licorice though. I fucked myself because I didn't want to eat a lot of junk food. So I didn't buy myself a lot of junk food for this trip. And now I'm paying the price for it. Probably losing some weight though. It's good now, good. Yeah, 100% the fact I was connected to a VPN. Fish tacos would be good. Minus the fish, plus some ground beef maybe. Still eat what mess, Barry? I don't think I ever ate black licorice up until not too long ago. I think that was a newly acquired thing. But yeah, I was saying I have peanut shells all outside of my boat, Barry, and I think that it was your dad that really got me into eating friggin' peanuts out of the shell. Way better than friggin' just getting a thing of peanuts, like Planters. No, I don't really know anybody that ate black licorice. I still don't really. I know my dad and my brother like it, my grandfather liked it, but yeah, I always thought it was disgusting until I don't know. My taste buds are, I don't know if you would say evolving, but I still hate most food, especially fish or any seafood. Sky, you're eating pepperoni pizza. That's what's up. God, I might actually, maybe another pizza dough needs to get made on this trip because we do have 4 days, and if I make pizza dough, that will cover dinner for 2 days. So maybe I have to do that off camera though, I think. How was the night? We motored through the whole night. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. There was still wind, there was still waves. All of that subsided, I think, a lot during the morning today. So for me, it was great because that was about around the time I got to go to sleep. So I got a whole 7 hours of sleep, which was beautiful. Yeah, it is so calm today. But yeah, I definitely don't hate honey wheat bread. I'll eat that all day long. Hell yeah, I'm definitely down to try those honey biscuits. Well then, Barry, maybe once we get settled in the US, we friggin' meet each other in Texas or something. But yeah, Sky, it's definitely friggin' way calmer out here today. There's no wind though, so we're motoring. Bach, how you doing? Good to see you again. Formerly known as Mr. Mimic. Haven't seen you in like over a week or so. Yeah, we're motoring, but I'll take it. That means no waves, no wind equals no waves. We'll get the wind back tomorrow. Probably 24 hours from now, we'll have the wind back. You reached 10 subs? That's awesome. Good for you. Actually, Logan has been downstairs all day. He hasn't even been hanging out outside. he's got his little friggin' down here. Ooh, I could get a coffee drink while I'm in here. But yeah, he's got his little cubby hole back here. Yeah, he's knocked out. Oh, damn, Bach, how was DC? Did you enjoy it? I'm gonna grab a coffee drink from the fridge. Oh, she threw some Coca-Colas in there. I got a caramel macchiato. Barry, motoring and sailing at night is pretty much the same. We don't really, we try to set our nighttime sailing up for to make sure that it's set up in a way that we don't really have to touch it for the whole night. But yeah, there's not really any difference sailing at night. Yeah, James, we're motoring. Cat's sleeping. And Barry, yeah, we'll as soon as we get back to the US, we'll discuss where we can meet up. Like I said, I mean, we could probably meet, yeah, in South Carolina, and then once we get settled back up in the, maybe in like Maryland or something, wherever we want to spend our baby making time, then we could maybe fly out somewhere, go to Texas or something too. What did you do in DC, Buck? Our fuel tank, actually I just upgraded our fuel tank because it friggin' was rusting. So in Guatemala we replaced our fuel tank and water tank. We went from about 50 or 60 gallons of fuel up to 80. We dropped our water tanks from 150 to like 130, 120. Since we have a water maker, we figured we could just make water. So 80 gallons of fuel in the tank. We have about 8 jerry cans, so that's 40 gallons that we don't fill up really. And we have a 150 gallon fuel bladder. So I say we left with about 230 gallons of fuel. We burn about a gallon an hour. We go about 5 miles an hour. So 5 times 230. I don't feel like doing that math in my head right now. But it's about a little like 1,200 miles we could motor for. Yeah, we take shifts. I think most sailors will do like 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 3 hours on, 3 hours off, 4 hours off, like one of those. We just kind of, whenever someone's tired, the other one gets woken up and they got to go on watch. That's good. That's really good. I think this actually might be a product of Russia. Oh no, product of South Korea. No, we haven't really worried about pirates. When we were going around the coast of Nicaragua, we were told to definitely stay offshore by 100 miles. And since we were coming from Cayman Islands, we stayed about 200 miles off the coast, or 150. So we didn't see any. I think the only other real big place you have to worry about is, what's the other big place for pirates? Somalia. We're not going up into the Gulf of Aden and the Suez Canal or anything, so we shouldn't be passing by Somalia, so we don't have to worry about that. Peace in the Pacific. Hell yeah. We're gonna enjoy it while it lasts. Hopefully we get into Fiji and it's decent weather. Don't want to have to dock in anything crazy. I always feel more safe out at sea. I'd rather be at sea than close to land. Because when you're close to land, you could run aground, you could end up on a reef, you could lose your boat. I feel like at sea, there's not much bad things that could happen. Yeah, Barry, do you have Instagram? If you go on my Instagram, I think I've even shared it on Facebook recently. But if you look on my Instagram, in my bio, there's the link to our tracker, Antisocial in Paradise on Instagram. But I'm pretty sure in the last week I shared it on Facebook. So if you just go back on my profile and check, I think it's there. I don't know what other sailors feel about throwing garbage in the ocean, but we do pretty much out at sea. Metal and paper products can go in the ocean. Glass products. There's no plastic. Nothing that's not gonna fucking be a problem. What's up, Tom? How you doing? We are having some good, no wind, but no wind comes no waves, so it's very tranquil. We're running the engine. We both got good sleep. I have absolutely nothing I could complain about right now. We got the fishing line out. Kind of feel like we maybe should have busted out the washing machine and did a load of laundry. We haven't caught anything yet, Sky. And yes, it's a diesel. It's a Yanmar 4JHE, 44 horsepower diesel motor. Original from 1986, still fucking going strong. No problems with it. 426 miles to go. We're looking at hopefully under 4 days. Once we're about 24 hours out, then we got to start worrying about what time of day we're going to be landing. Then I got to watch and see. I might not get an email back from the marina about a slip availability until Monday. Sky, I don't know eating. I haven't really looked into what's there to do in Fiji. I know I'm gonna wear, I have a shirt I got in Jamaica that says, inhale the good shit, exhale the bad shit, with weed leaves all over. I'm gonna wear that tank top around and see if I can find some weed. We're gonna eat a lot of fucking Indian food, I bet. I already have at least 2 restaurants that I want to go to. Hell yeah, we're gonna go live when we arrive. I don't know what it's gonna look like. Because obviously I'm not going to have Wi-Fi on land. I don't know. I tried going live in Bora Bora using local cell signal, and it wasn't good enough to be live. So I don't know if I could go live while we're actually inland, but maybe like debriefs every night talking about what we did. And if I could find some weed, maybe I'll just sit there, smoke a joint or something, and talk about what we did for the day. I don't know. Or I could hook up my friggin' phone, or I could go live from my laptop, and I could stream like my screen, like I could film a camera view of myself, like gamers do, and film my screen, and I could like show footage of what we did for the day. Maybe. I mean, there's options for what I could do streaming in Fiji. Our internet will be free. I won't be paying like $12 an hour to stream once we arrive in Fiji. If the cell signal is good, I'll definitely buy data and stream ourselves walking around or doing stuff in Fiji. Drew, guy I met in Guatemala, was in the chat the one day, and he gave me a place to go scuba diving. So our tanks are full. We have our gear, so maybe we'll go scuba diving somewhere. I did find a tattoo artist on not the island we're checking in at. That's why I think I want to go explore the islands a little bit, because I'd like to go to the other big island and maybe get a tattoo. Got to see what the pricing is. It seems like Fiji's much cheaper for everything, so we'll see if tattoos are cheaper. Definitely got to be held accountable by you guys to make sure that we do interesting stuff and not just fucking sit in the marina and do nothing all day. I don't want to have a repeat of friggin' Tahiti. We're doing good, Ryan. Calm seas today, no wind, so we're motoring. But we also don't have any waves, so we feel good. We're well rested. My wife said that if I feel motivated, I should do some laundry. So what do you guys think? Should I go friggin' pull the washing machine out and do a load of laundry so we could have some clean underwear? I don't know if I have any more underwear left. Skies that clean those chonies. Sorry for the engine noise. Too much information. That's life at sea for you. That's the shitty thing about this YouTube app. If you accidentally like back out of the app, it stops the stream. But we should be back. No, I don't want anybody to be thinking like I have changed clean underwear every day up until I probably have another 1 or 2 pairs, but we do need to do laundry. So let me get all the underwear. It's just all underwear in here. I mean, that's all we really wear is underwear. Except on stream, I'll put shorts on. That's pretty much been the same 2 pairs of shorts this whole time, because it's only 3 or 4 hours that I'm streaming that I'm wearing shorts. But yeah, so we're gonna pull this thing out into the cockpit. And I'm going to try to get an angle on that. Guys, if anybody has friends, family that might be interested in following along, get them to subscribe. Now would be a good time for me to stop the boat and go jump in the water while the waves aren't bad. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll jump in the ocean. Middle of the friggin' Pacific Ocean. It's 3.5 miles deep. Okay, just bear with me guys while I get this washing machine out. Once I get there. wheels on the back?
Yeah.
Alright, could you get it the rest of the way? Yep. Alright. So now I just got to go back in there and reorganize stuff a little bit so it doesn't all fall out now that I took that thing out. I actually feel like everything's fairly secure. Extension or yeah. Ooh, are you okay? We'll fix it. I'm scared she's gonna fall down into here. Underwear, underwear. Shorts, underwear. Where's all your stuff? I think that's pretty much all of my stuff. Huh? Why, is there already stuff in there? Well, then just do underwear. So then we're full. What was in there? Clothes that I'm going to wear today or tomorrow? Yeah. Huh? What about soap? You're gonna get it. Where? Laundry and Comfort. I would definitely recommend one of these bad boys. This thing is awesome. This thing has saved us so much money. It was like 90 bucks or like 110 bucks and paid for itself within a month of friggin', because we would spend so much money on laundry in some countries like Mexico. Laundry was expensive. Bahamas laundry was expensive. So this is our cockpit shower. We're gonna use that to fill up the washing machine. Water maker's been running pretty much 2 days. Only cold water. Not gonna waste the hot water on laundry. Oh shit. I forgot to grab something to keep this from rocking back and forth. I'll get some. And we could just probably cram a rag underneath. But yeah, so this washing machine was a big game changer for saving us money. The water maker was a big game changer for saving us money. In the Bahamas, you pay 25 cents a gallon for water. Plus you have to friggin' lug it back and forth in your dinghy. Fuck that shit. So, yo. Gonna have some clean undies. It smelled friggin' ratchet in there. I didn't realize that the garbage was in there.
Yeah, the stuff the cans that we never threw over. I do rinse them with soap a little bit, but I'm not like washing them, which I should be.
What's up, Drew? How you doing today? Oh, a little bit more underwear.
One more.
Did you put soap in here?
I put soap.
Oh, I didn't see you do it. And I see suds. Hopefully less, Drew. We got 425 left. We average 120 a day. We crossed the international date line, but our phones haven't our phones haven't updated. I don't think until we arrive in Fiji. Oh, for your leg. My bad. I completely forgot. I think I have a message typed out to you. Because I think I was talking to you about when you said about getting a job. I think I was live at that time, and I think I was like halfway in a message and I got distracted. I think I still have a message half typed to you. Sorry about that. But then,
I found
huh?
a gecko
You found a gecko?
this morning in the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
my wife found a gecko in the bathroom. Thank you, Tom. Awesome. So then, when would you start the job then? Anyone that's just tuning in, we're out at sea. We've been at sea for 11 days now. I'm doing laundry. I mean, now that I see the inside of this washing machine banging around, I don't know if the washing machine's gonna work. Oh, shit. Oh. So this that pumps the water out of the washing machine needs to stay higher than the water level in here, or it's going to empty out my washing machine on me. I neglected to do that. James, I haven't really looked into what to do in Fiji. Drew told me about a diving spot that we're probably going to try to check out. Our scuba tanks are filled, so we could definitely do a dive. I haven't started it yet. Actually,
Next would be nice to do a load for Lexi, or Ben. The Ben. Be good for the Ben.
what's that?
Next would be nice to do a load for Lexi, wash her beds because they smell bad.
Drew said his kid used to collect gecko eggs, hatch them, and sell them to boaties in Bunda Point and Musket Cove in Fiji.
Oh, wow.
Is that, what's her name? What's her name?
Grace?
Grace? Is that Grace, Drew?
Well, we never met the other sister, the twin.
I've never paddle boarded before. I wanted to buy one, and yeah, he said it was Grace. I wanted to buy a paddleboard in Fiji or in Tahiti, and then we thought we were gonna give up the sailing dream and go to Hawaii and sell the boat, so I never did. So now I kind of wish I did, or a surfboard or something. I haven't done any. So actually, what I'm thinking about buying is the board, and then you have like the sail that you hold. What's that called? Is that like called foil boarding or like whatever that is? I think I would like that. I saw a guy in Bora Bora doing that. July 15th, nice. 3 days after my birthday. How's Grace doing, Drew? I know, well, we met her with you once when she was on board your boat. I think you guys were just leaving Guatemala when we met you guys in, we saw you guys in, God, what's the place right as you're leaving?
Cayo Quemado.
Cayo
I
Quemado.
don't remember the little place.
Mike's. Mike, yeah.
Whatever. Big
That's
Mike.
where we first met Grace, and then we ended up going to Utila and doing dive lessons at her place. Well, I don't have good upper body strength, but maybe that'll be my way to get good upper body strength. Don't hurry through Fiji. I mean, the thing is, I do want to be in Indonesia by, I would say, August. Because we want to get up to Thailand to be able to haul out and do a bottom job. But we also want to be back down into Indonesia by the time the World Arc makes it to Australia, so we could follow them across the Indian Ocean in October. We got to be crossing the Indian Ocean in October. Good blow up paddle boards. I think at this point I would be at the mercy of whatever people are selling, like other sailors are selling. And that's the thing, like in Tahiti there was a bunch of people selling paddle boards. I'm sure Fiji will too. Like we're getting to Fiji just as like before the World Arc comes through. Like we're getting there before most of like the Pacific posse, before they make it through. So we're getting there pretty early in the season, so that we'll probably be there for, there'll probably be a lot of stuff for sale.
What was that?
I don't know, that sounded like something smashed.
Yeah.
Oh, my mouse for my computer. What you normally have to do, Tom, is you order Amazon to like your family, and then you have them consolidate it and ship it to a freight forwarder. Like each country usually has a freight forwarder shipping to them. I read in a WhatsApp group recently that people were ordering directly from Amazon and having it shipped to Fiji. So we got to look in. I think there's a company in Fiji called MyUS. They have a branch in the United States, so you have your stuff shipped to them, and then they handle transporting it to Fiji. We do got to do that because there's some boat stuff. We want to get a backup motor for our water maker, so we don't end up not being able to make water. I want to buy a new dripless shaft seal for where our propeller shaft goes through the boat, because that's leaking right now. And that would be another thing I'd want to replace when we haul out in Thailand. I just want to have it. Drew, the problem is I have limited funds. I have $60,000 in the bank to make the rest of the way around the world, and I have no income. So I can't stay in these destinations for too long. I got to get back to the United States to work. Plus, my wife wants to have children, and she doesn't want to do that on this side of the world. So I'm really limited. I mean, that's why we were going to go to Hawaii and just stop. We didn't see a single storm crossing the Pacific Ocean from Galapagos to French Polynesia. We didn't have any rain, and that's
one time.
Yeah, right before we arrived. So I mean, I'm glad that we installed a water maker that turns salt water to fresh water, because trying to rely on rainwater would have been friggin' absolutely worthless. I've seen some sailors that are like YouTubers or whatever that are getting ready or crossing the Pacific now, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna catch rainwater. Okay, you do that. Diving theat. Is theat in Fiji? Yeah, I'm giving us a month in Fiji. Maybe 2 weeks in Vanuatu. Oh, fish on, I think.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Maybe not.
I heard it.
I know, but it's not doing it anymore. There was like a 1 second long like movement on the thing. It should the boat pulling shouldn't cause that, because I have the drag. It's the drag's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, knowing what I know now, I would have never gotten a 1-year visa for French Polynesia. I would have spent 2 or 3 months there and went right to Fiji, and I probably would have spent way more time in Fiji. You know, you live and learn. I mean, my sailing trip has been a whole bunch of fucking dumb mistakes. Wasted so much time being a friggin' heavy alcoholic. It is what it is. You live and learn. I'm gonna take as much advantage as I can in the rest of the trip, though. And if we're only in Vanuatu for a week or two, I'm gonna make the best of it. What's up, Ali? How you doing today? Welcome back. Talking about all the mistakes I've made in my life, or in my sailing life at least. We're doing laundry right now. Yeah, little victories, Tom, exactly. And that's what I gotta start doing from now on. Yeah, and for me, I think that's what and that's why I'm still continuing on, because my dream, I think, was way more about the accomplishment of sailing around the world and not so much as seeing the destinations. I think my wife was much more about seeing the destinations, but this was much more about an accomplishment for me, doing something that I could tell my kids about. We could always fly to all these destinations and do all that stuff. Exactly, Barry. Yep. Yeah, I think a big part on here's motherfucker. Do I like sharks? Oh. I don't know what's going on. There was a little pull on the friggin' fishing line again. Yeah, no mistakes as long as I'm happy, which I'm pretty content. I mean, I do wish I would have did more. I wish I wasn't friggin' drink so much in the beginning and did more back then. Spent all that money on that I spent on alcohol, on weed, and exploring the countries we were in. Thank you, Brent. Brent, where are you tuning in from? But yeah, I like sharks, just not up close. Fiji and the Bank Islands, Vanuatu, best two places for the first trip. Drew, any scuba destination locations you recommend? Send me on Facebook, please, so I don't have to like scroll back up and remember those, please. Barry, I was just listening to ICP. I listen to ICP all the time, just for the nostalgia. So Drew, like, what's your recommendation? If let's say I spend 2 months in Fiji, so then I spend all of June, all of July, then I just skip Vanuatu and head right in Indonesia and spend a month and a half at sea up to Thailand? Or are you trying to tell me to extend my sailing around the world and instead of trying to make it in 1 year, spend more years sailing around the world? Ryan, you have a similar cat? Is it a ragdoll? Barry, I don't like, I tried listening to like new ICP stuff, but yeah, I just like the stuff that I listened to as a kid, and now their new stuff sucks. But Drew, like, how are you saying slow down but still make it around the world in 1 year, like still get back to the Caribbean by next March? Or are you saying make the trip last longer? I mean, I will do that, but I think I need some people to donate like another maybe 20, 30, $40,000. Like if I could get some, like a $40,000 donation, we'll do it. We'll stay out here longer. See, the thing is, like, if I listen to my wife, she still wants to be back in the United States by 2020, by next year. Like, she still wants to be back in the US by March of next year. So I don't know how we take our time but still make it back to the US by March of 2026. And the only way we could extend the trip is somebody donates us a big chunk of money, which I'm totally down with. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. Exactly, Drew. You're going to make some money. But that's my point. I don't have the money. I don't have the job. And I know she's not going to want to like make it to Thailand, hull out, fly home, work for a little while, then go back, get on the boat, sail like that. She's definitely not going to want to do that. But yeah, anybody out there, message me on Facebook if you want to donate. I'll take anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000. I also don't know if this is my only circumnavigation of the globe. Like we've already talked about that. Like this is, if we get another, once we make it around the world and we get back to work and we have kids, we want to work up to a bigger catamaran and then potentially go back and hit up everything we've missed. So I mean, that's why I don't feel too bad about fast tracking it. But yeah, I mean, like we literally, like, I'm not kidding. I have $60,000 right now in invested in Nvidia stock. Like I know it's a very taboo topic for YouTubers to talk about money and shit. That's what I have. I have $60,000 in Nvidia stock right now. We put everything on a credit card, and every month I cash out a little bit of stock, and I pay off the credit card. I was lucky. Right before tariffs went into place, I cashed out all my stock, and then when the Nvidia went down, I bought it all back up when it went down, so I'm profitable on it. But I mean, I still like it. It would need to go up another $100 for me to be at my $100,000 like where I feel safe. So I mean, I have no other income. I have no other way of making money right now. So this $60,000 has to last us until we get home back to the United States where we could work jobs again. In an absolute emergency, I could liquidate my 401k if we absolutely needed emergency money. But like that's 100% me being 100% open with everybody. I have $60,000 in Nvidia stock to my name. That's all I got to make it around the world. And anybody that's interested to see if we complete that task, please subscribe. I was day trading in Tahiti. I was averaging $500 a day profit, but I was also taking $50,000, $60,000 positions every day. So that would be my entire friggin' money. Actually, I was taking like $70,000 or $80,000 positions when I was making $500 a day. And I'm not that confident in my abilities because of the markets right now, and with tariffs and all that kind of shit. Like the markets are not. You absolutely go. I mean, if I take, let's say I take a $10,000 position, well then I'm only making $100 a day. I need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours to unlock donations. I need to breathe. I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm trying to let everybody know the financial situation. I feel like it's something very taboo for people to talk about. But I'll gladly tell everybody exactly how much money I have in the bank. If anybody has any recommendations on how I can make more or to continue the trip, I'll gladly do it. I'm not scared to work. That's why I feel like our best approach is complete the circumnavigation, which was the dream. Get back to work, get into a bigger boat, have babies, because I'm almost 40.
You'll be almost 41 at that point.
I think we might just have to rinse. Oh, that's nice. What is this doing in here?
Oh, I forgot to put
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. I've been out of it now for 2 years, so I feel like so much has changed. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if that is feasible. It was something I thought about back then, but I don't know. I guess what would you guys think is like a realistic monthly goal to like live off of while sailing around the world? Like, how much do you think a couple with a dog and a cat sailing around the world would need per month? I thought I would be able to do it on about less than $2,000 a month.
Now, this is also research that you've done over 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was research over 10 years ago.
I mean, you didn't factor in how long it would take you and how things would change.
Yep.
You didn't
Yep.
factor in COVID 10 years ago.
Yep. $2,500 for Drew. 4 to 5K. I think that's realistic, especially if we want to have our first child in less than a year, or at least be pregnant in less than a year. I think we pay over $1,000 a month for pets. If we wanted to go to Australia, it would have been $25,000 to get the pets into Australia. There's probably cheaper. Well, if we would have went to New Zealand, we could have paid $7,000 to check them into New Zealand. Then it would have been cheaper to get them into Australia, but that would have added a whole nother fucking year onto this shit. I mean, if I get back to the United States, there's a good chance I might not get back on a boat too. Buy some land, start homesteading. I mean, I think I would be happy just even like getting back to Guatemala. I mean, a good life, a good future for is circumnavigate, get back to the US, work to save up for a Lagoon 450 or bigger, and then bounce between Guatemala, Mexico, and the Keys, and maybe Northeast United States. Like, that would be my ideal life, I think. And then maybe as we're doing if we could make money and maybe save up to buy some land, so then I could friggin' have a land. I don't know, Drew. We went and looked at some katanas. I think I'd rather a lagoon over a katana any day. I think a katana is like an island packet. It's like you get that if you're not really confident in your abilities. So you get a really good safe boat. And that's why I got an island packet instead of like a Beneteau. What I know now, I would have fucking went with a Beneteau way over an island packet. I know a lot of lagoons that haven't delaminated. Yeah, I to each his own. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing about boats and sailors and everything. I mean, if I have 15 sailors in here, I'm gonna have 15 different opinions. And I'm slowly learning that laundry at sea is not. This machine's not working very well as we're rocking.
There's a lot more movement.
Yeah,
now.
and I mean, if we were on a catamaran, that would definitely probably be better.
Like even I'm starting to kind of like not feel right from all this literal washer machine movement.
We also like another thing about sailors. I remember we were having a game night one night, and this friggin' guy, this one sailor, was friggin' like talking all this shit to everybody else because like the question got brought up, like what medicine do you have on board? And everybody's like, oh, we have some Dayquil, some NyQuil, Advil, Motrin, blah blah blah. And this guy starts flipping out. You don't have antibiotics on your boat? You don't have blah blah blah? God, you got what kind of sailor? You guys are horrible sailors. What if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get a fucking infection and you can't fucking sail? Like, shut the fuck up. Every once in a while you'll find people that friggin' they I don't know. Not saying you're doing that, Drew. I know that you love your katanas. You've been we that's how we knew you before we memorized your name. We knew you as the Katana Man. Dagger boards is what I called you. But yeah, I think if we had somebody in here that loved Beneteaus, somebody would be saying how great Beneteaus are. Somebody would be saying a great how like everybody loves their brand of boat. And I was like that with island packets for a long time. Like if you get an island packet, you know, you're out in the middle of the ocean, that boat's gonna last a lot longer than you. Then I get out here and I'm friggin' sailing at 5 or 6 knots when everybody else is doing 7, 8. If you get to your destination, and I think me and Drew talked about this, if you get to your destination a lot faster, you don't have to worry about what kind of conditions, because you could plan your weather window for just get up, be there when you're out in calm. Yeah, I would definitely cross an ocean without dagger boards. But again, every sailor is different. Yeah, we call that guy antibiotics now. I mean, I never talked to him after that. He was pretty drunk, and We never invited him to any of our outings after that. He went off on my wife for wearing life jackets in the dinghy.
He thought, yeah.
Oh, but because we didn't wear life jackets
Yeah,
in the dinghy.
but
Where we're
do.
so irresponsible because we don't wear life jackets in the dinghy.
I
you do. Oh, so what was
But
his
he
problem
was
with that?
He didn't hear the fact that, he only heard the fact that I laugh, which I laugh a lot at anything and everything. But I said, I actually do. I'm one of the only people that wear a life jacket.
Yeah, my wife fucking wears a life jacket in the fucking dinghy.
Especially if I'm by myself. Like if I'm driving the dinghy by myself, I'm wearing a life jacket.
Oh, and here's another thing that I think sailors will fucking like get pissed off about. So this is me on deck. Up at the front of the boat. Enjoying the weather. I know it's a little windy. Looks like we got some squalls behind us. If nobody's noticed, I'm not harnessed in. I think a lot of sailors friggin' have a problem with that, because I know that dude had a problem with me saying that I don't harness in when I go up on deck unless it's really bad weather. I love seeing YouTube videos with these YouTubers and they're going up on deck. They go up on deck and they got their little life jacket on and their tether and everything. I think it's cute. What's up, Ryan? Oh, no, I mean, what's up, Cagdas? Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Times are changing. I mean, I bet you in another 20, 30 years, monohulls are going to be few and far between out at sea. If it's really nasty, I clip in. And I'm sure, I mean, I have to hope that a lot of those YouTubers aren't that big of fruitcakes and they're just doing it for the subscribers that are gonna bitch and complain about it. I mean, if you're, and I mean, I don't want to be friggin' nasty to people that that always clip in either. Like if that's if you feel safe that way, then that's how you live your life. I don't, whatever. The Worms? Do you mean the Wyndhams? Or whatever they are. Wasn't a big fan of them. The waves are definitely picking up a little bit now. Our washing machine is banging. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to do a spin cycle like it does this spin cycle to dry. I don't think it, because it has like this anti-tip mechanism in it. And because of the motion of the boat, I think it's just going to keep setting off that anti-tip mechanism. So it's not going to spin dry. So I think we're just going to have to squeeze as much water out and then hang everything to dry. Unfortunately. Tom, you have a good night. Yeah, Barry, I mean, they have way more space. The motion out at sea is way more comfortable. Oh. The old Polynesian style. Yeah, I mean, they were doing that 1,000 years ago. Yeah, I think, I mean, every once in a while, sometimes people have an experience that sets forth their outlook on things, Drew. And you had some rough seas, and that's why you would never go out with dagger boards or whatever. And I guess I haven't had that experience, so I don't worry. I don't know. I definitely have, I crossed the Pacific Ocean alongside more than a dozen lagoons, and nothing happened to any of them. I know a lot of lagoons that have circumnavigated and nothing happened to them. There's always going to be what ifs. But anyway, off the subject of catamarans and monohulls, what else could we talk about? I would definitely, yeah, luckily, if I accidentally turn off my phone, the fucking stream stops. Like, YouTube can't even friggin' make it so that the stream, or even if I go into another app, like YouTube can't make it so that the stream stays going. I know they can because I use a third-party app sometimes that does that. YouTube needs to friggin' step up their fucking game with their app. Alright, unfortunately, we're not going to get a spin dry.
It's gonna take days upon days to dry. Oh, it's a lot of water.
Damn. I was holding the washing machine and I thought I was going to get it to friggin' stay still long enough to start the spin cycle. I think if I just get it to start, this friggin' centrifugal force will keep it from banging around.
Well, let's try. I don't want to be on camera.
Your fucking hands are on camera. Fucking cry. Okay. So we kind of like, I don't know, like we need it to, do you feel how it's, we kind of need to move it. It's,
They will like sit up in here because sometimes it's that too.
thank you, Barry. Tune in next time. Hell yeah, Drew, I understand. Oh, come on, start. Oh, start.
Which way are you pushing and pulling? Like
Which
what?
depends on which way the boat is
So
rocking.
you're also going like this too? Okay.
It needs to, like, because what needs to happen is we need to prevent this from going side to side. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, you just gotta like lean here.
Yeah, I think the winds are supposed to gradually start picking up again. I mean, I don't think we're supposed to see above 9 or 10 knots until tomorrow. I mean, we could also. See, right now. Damn. Nah. Because if you open the lid, it stops. Here, I guess I can put it inside so you could kind of get a, like, what we would need to do is anytime, like this, let me spin it around. This basket in here, we would need it to stop hitting the side. Because when it hits the side, it triggers the like tipping mechanism or whatever and automatically shuts it down. And there's just like the boat motion is always going to make it. Oh man, I'm so glad that if you accidentally back out, at least it doesn't end the stream completely. Just like pauses it. Come on, start. It looks like it wants to. It wants to. Oh. Yeah, I could imagine. What kind of speeds are you in? Do you get on your trimaran? I don't remember if you told me before. Come on, baby. Come on. Mm-hmm. So close. Thanks. Oh, the whole thing? Wind speed plus up to... That's insane. Dude, thank you for stopping in. Like I said, let me know any specific places to dive that's good in Fiji on Facebook, so I don't have to go back and try to look in chats. I know you gave me one the last time you were in. I mean, I could go back and find it, but if you could, any dive spots on send me a message on Facebook. Thank you for stopping in, and see you next time. I'll try one. Chocolate chip cookie.
I found it.
No, they're behind the thing over there.
I forgot about it.
Thank you, sir. you ever do laundry at sea? This worked well at sea.
It really was calm. It was doldrums.
Oh, in the doldrums.
Like, if we had did it last night or this morning, would have been perfect because there was hardly any movement.
What's up, people?
Oh,
Anyone that's just tuning in, we're in the South Pacific Ocean. Been at sea for 11 days without seeing land. Hopefully less than 4 days away from Fiji. Trying to do laundry. But our washing machine, the clothes are all washed. We're just trying to get it to spin dry. But the motion of the ocean, as you could see, is not allowing the washing machine to start spinning.
washing machine.
There's a little sensor in here that every time the basket bangs to the side, it shuts it off. It's going. Oh, is it gonna start? Oh, I feel like we were so close that time. I think I just need to time it for when it wants to start spinning, and I need to time it for when there's no like the motion of the boat isn't bad. And there's no way that I could actually do that because I have no idea when a wave is gonna hit. So it's kind of just, I think we gotta keep trying until we get it. If we would have done it earlier today, the motion of the ocean was a lot better. So I crack myself up sometimes with the stuff I say. But yeah, the motion of the ocean was much better. Oh, I haven't even done a subscriber count look. I mean, I'm sure we're probably not at 1,000, but if I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to jump in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. $872. We still got a ways to go. Don't know if I'll be jumping in today. Maybe tomorrow. Where's everybody tuning in from? A big steel boat. Oh man, I don't know about that. I'm so scared of friggin', like, I know they're tanks, which would be great. I also just don't want to have to deal with like friggin' welding and shit. Like, I feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to do repairs as much on a steel boat because it's gonna friggin' not get fucked up by running aground or anything like that. But I also like the fact that fiberglass is nice and easy to repair. I've always been scared of anything outside of a fiberglass, like aluminum or concrete even. Like, that's fucking mind-blowing that people sail around on concrete boats. A Bruce Roberts 434 sounds awesome. I know that Bruce Roberts friggin' designed good boats. Anybody that's just tuning in, we're in the South Pacific Ocean. Haven't seen land for 10 days. 11 days. Trying to do laundry. What's up, Z Zone? Good morning. Good afternoon for us. How you doing today, Z Zone? Trying to do laundry. Well, trying to dry my laundry.
I think we're just gonna have to bring it out and then call it.
I mean, the nice thing is, like, my underwear and stuff dries fairly quickly.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, and I haven't been wearing shirts, so there's no shirts to. Oh my god. Oh, I thought we had it. Yeah, I think we're gonna just have to wring out our laundry. Well, yeah, this is the kind of stuff. Let's try without this. Towels usually fuck up the washing machine because they hold so much water and they're so heavy. I think if I had a big metal boat, I would probably be a little bit too ballsy. Not be worried about shit as much. I mean, our boat is, for a fiberglass boat, our boat is pretty much a tank too. Not as much as a metal boat though, a steel boat especially. Be cool to get like a big community of like-minded people that all want to be like self-sustaining and everything, and everybody buys everyone throws in a fucking on like an old military boat that could fucking house like fucking 15-20 families. All right, I don't think we're getting this dry. People who live on the ocean. Yeah. Disappointed right now, guys, that I can't dry my friggin' clothes. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. And I'm taken away from the view of the ocean for everybody. I mean, what we could do, that probably wouldn't work. Yeah, the dryer's not working. It like, this basket inside, you can see it slides from one side to the other, and every time it bangs up back here, there's like a little sensor that reads, I guess it thinks that it's tipping over if it hits that. So that's I guess just to prevent any I don't know, anti-tip function. And that keeps setting it off every time it tries to dry. So, and I mean, it doesn't, it's like a very fast spin dry, so it's not actually heating up or anything. So it doesn't get totally dry. We'd have to hang them to dry anyway. It just gets most of the water out. I'm also the kind of person that doesn't like giving up though, so I'm gonna keep doing it until friggin' my wife makes me stop by hanging the stuff up.
Yeah. fermenting stuff.
That's what I'll keep trying. I feel like I almost get it. I feel like once it gets up to speed, it keeps itself centered. Like the centrifugal force, if that's how you say that word. It's just getting it to that spin. Geodiode, what's up? What's the Circle City, guys? Never heard of the Circle City. What is that? Indianapolis. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to do laundry in the middle of the friggin' ocean, and it's not working out in my favor. Okay, now it's not even, now it doesn't even look like it's trying to spin. It's all right. I don't want to burn the motor out, so I think I'm gonna stop trying. Because if we lose this washing machine, we're gonna end up spending too much money doing laundry in foreign countries. What's up, Euromart? Slovenia? What's up, Sean? Come on, what? I'm giving up on the laundry. I'm giving up on the laundry. We'll have to hang it all down below and hopefully it dries over time. The really wet stuff. Yeah. I'm doing good, Euromart. How you doing? Where are you tuning in from? If I have to ask. Sean, where are you tuning in from? The motion of the boat is preventing the washing machine from functioning properly. There's a little sensor in the washing machine, so every time the boat tips over, the sensor gets triggered and it shuts it off. Sean, you're in India? That's what's up. You got a bunch of people tuning in from India. What parts? Richie. It's 4 p.m. here. Technically, my phone says it's 4 p.m. on Friday, but we crossed the international date line this morning, so it's actually 4 p.m. on Saturday. We jumped ahead 24 hours, but my phone hasn't updated. Maharashtra. I've never heard of it. Is it a good place to live? Good place to visit? $10 p.m. Friday in Florida. Yep. We've been 6 hours behind the East Coast for about a year now. Now we just jumped 24 hours, so now we're 18 hours ahead. Mumbai, okay, I mean, I've heard of that. Unfortunately, my knowledge of India is pretty small.
Yeah.
All I know about India, I know I always watch like the scam caller baiters or whatever, and I know that a lot of the scammers are in Calcutta. That's like, unfortunately, all I know about India. But no, traveling alone? I got her. I got her. And I don't know if you could see him all the way in the back corner there, but we have a cat sleeping back there too. Thank you, Geo. Thanks for stopping in. Odin, how you doing today? I feel like Odin, God, what were we talking about the other? I feel like I got disconnected mid-conversation the other day. Sean, I mean, all I know is what I see on the internet. Like, is that true? Like, is Calcutta a big place for like where all those scammers that pretend to be like United States government, and they call people in the U.S. and scam them out of money? Is that and is that something like? Do most Indian people hate those people? Yeah, I don't remember either, Oda. I feel like we were talking about something when I got disconnected. Starlink has been being pretty whack. What's up, Tedward? Anybody that hasn't said, let me know where you're tuning in from. I always like to know. We're sailing. We've been out at sea now for 11 days. We haven't seen land. Hoping to get to Fiji in 4 days, in under 4 days. British Columbia, that's what's up. We got a lot of Canadians joining us. From the Canada. Actually, the first day where I'm not sweating my ass off. The fishing line is out right now, Euromart. We had like 2 times where for like 1 second the line went out and we thought we had a fish on, but it stopped immediately. Richie Rich, thanks for stopping in. We'll catch you next time. Love the conversation, guys. Uh-oh, here comes Nico AI again. Odin, I'm gonna be 40 next month. My wife is 33. 33, yeah.
You forget. Are you looking at me?
No, I was doing the math.
You were doing math. At least you're good at that.
What's up, Nico? What's up in AI land today, buddy? But yeah, everybody, today probably would have been a decent day to do it, but I didn't hit 1,000 subscribers. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll jump in the Pacific Ocean. We'll take the sails down, we'll shut the boat off, we'll bob for a little bit, and I'll go jump in the ocean. 3.5 miles deep where we're at. Actually, that's a lie now. It's under a mile deep now, because we're starting to go through there's an island chain called the country of Tonga. And I think there's a bunch of shallow areas. There's actually some spots on the chart. Let me see. It's always hard to show the chart. Well, let me see if I can. So actually the depths here are only a few thousand feet, 3,000, 4,000. And there's this one little piece of, like, it's only 144 feet deep here. And it says that there's an obstruction right there that we're going past. Hopefully that's nothing that we have to worry about. No, I'm an old man. I'm getting up there. That's why we're trying to get back to the States as quickly as possible to have kids, because before one of us finds out we can't. Thanks, Euromart. I appreciate it. Yeah, if I could get 1,000 before we make Fiji, I will jump in the middle of the friggin' ocean. Hopefully there's no sharks. We haven't gotten a bite on the fishing line, so I don't think there's much I have to worry about if I jump in the ocean right now. I don't know if I want to be too famous. I kind of just want to have I'd like to have a whatever number of subscribers it takes to maybe just always have a chat, and I think we're getting there. And now, to be honest with you, just to have a chat that's nonstop talking and always people asking questions. That's really what I'm here for. That's my goal. This has been making this trip go by so much faster, having people to talk to. Oh yeah, Ryan? Where were you sailing? From where to where? I appreciate it, Euromart. All right, Nico, I'll be here. Yeah, this really started, I mean, if anybody that wasn't here for one of the many times I've explained my story, but I was getting ready to give up this sailing dream. I've always wanted to sail around the world, and I was about to give up. And I don't know, last minute I decided let's push forward, and I decided I'll commit my last $60,000, my life savings. We're gonna commit to trying to finish this dream of sailing around the world. How many? I think I have like 870 something subscribers right now. Totally forgot why I was telling that story. Oh, but yeah, that's why I started the YouTube, just because I was getting really lonely in Tahiti, being in a country where we didn't speak the language, not making really any friends, being really antisocial. So I decided to start going live on YouTube to hopefully build a little community of people interested in following along and having friends to talk to. You're my friends. Oh, you've already circumnavigated, Ryan. That's awesome. So pretty much our same route. My original plan was do the Caribbean first and then go through the canal. But now I think that I figured I could do the Caribbean when I'm older. So we just went through Central America, down to Panama, went through the canal, across to the Gambier Archipelago in French Polynesia, then worked our way up to the Tuamotus, to the Society Islands. Spent way too fucking long in Tahiti. Way too fucking long. It was so depressing. I started making the best of it, started making a little money in the stock market, and then I would go for a walk every day, a 7-mile walk, start losing some weight, start feeling better about myself. But the social aspect just killed me, not having anybody to talk to. I'd be bugging all my few friends that I have still from Pennsylvania, a couple of my sailor friends. I felt bad because, I mean, they all have other friends. They're in other parts of the world, living their lives, and here I am lonely, just fucking reaching out, expecting everyone to talk to me. So I think this live was a good thing for my mental health. My dream boat, unfortunately, oh man, I have 2 dream boats. My first dream boat is what I would say is like my affordable dream boat, like something I think I could get back into the United States, work a job and save up for, like a 55 to 57 foot catamaran. If Lagoon makes one, I would say a Lagoon 55 foot or 57 foot Lagoon. My unrealistic dream boat, I think, would be like a Sunreef 72, so it's a 72 foot catamaran. But I think that's like $1 million boat, and I would probably need to be having crew all the time to be able to sail that boat. So I guess like if I was really wealthy and I could afford crew all the time, I would go with a Sunreef 72. But like if I wanted to continue this lifestyle with just my wife, my kids, my dog, my cat, I would say a Lagoon 55 or 57 if they make them that big. Ryan, I didn't see. So what? You went up through the Gulf of Aden through the Med the first time. We're doing the Cape this time. I'm not going through the Med. I don't think the money will last that long. Welcome back, Nico. If I didn't say so already. How many HP you moving on the back? What do you mean? How many horsepower is my motor? Not really sure what you mean. My diesel motor is a 44 horsepower Yanmar. But we are a sailboat. We sail more than motor. Nowadays we sail more than motor. When I first started, we motored a lot. We haven't caught a fish yet, Nico. The line is out. We had 2 false alarms. Okay, so you did go around the horn. Okay. So, where did you cross the Atlantic from, Ryan? Did you cross from like Namibia, or did you go more up the coast of Africa before crossing?
Yeah, I was looking at that. Like, why don't we keep going up more? Why is it Namibia? Is it St. Helena then? Like, are you like...
Maybe, and
not
because
going-
my wife wants to have babies. And the more you stop along the way, the longer the trip takes. So you might be adding another 6 months if you have to wait for another season. Like timing is a big thing too.
You don't want to have babies?
I do, Jess, and that's why I'm trying to fast track us. And then you keep saying like you want to have babies, but then you keep saying you want to stop more places and spend more time. So which one is it?
I was just thinking, not places, I was just thinking a better sailing angle to reduce the amount of time we're out at
Well,
sea.
I don't know if it is a better angle. Maybe Namibia is the better angle.
Yeah. I just was wondering, why is Namibia one, like that's all I said, and then you're going on about how I want to add more time and not really babies.
Well,
and all
because
that.
I do feel like if we continue going up the coast of Africa, that will add more time on. Or do you think that we'd be able to do it in the same amount of time?
I don't know. And I don't even
I mean,
prepare to think about it until we're in that position.
Tedward, you sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. Sounds like the highwaymen. I mean, I don't feel like we stock up insane amounts of food. We stock up on a lot of rice, a lot of pasta, a lot of canned goods. I mean, my wife is the one, she really likes fresh food a lot more, but fresh food obviously doesn't stay that good. Where from me? Me from United States. I've never seen a white shark. I would love to see a white shark. From the safety of my boat. Or a cage. Okay, so Ryan said that they crossed the Atlantic from just north of the equator, so you'd have to look at where in Africa that is.
That's pretty high up there.
Yeah, the World Arc crosses from Namibia, and St. Helena. They stop in St. Helena.
All we're doing is, if we go into Thailand, then we're going above the equator. But if we don't, we're staying relatively within the southern equator, like the southern ocean.
Yeah, so I mean the equator would be another 2 countries. Like, well, I mean,
What is it?
so instead of Namibia, you'd be going up to like whatever this Gabon is or whatever. Equatorial Guinea.
Guinea.
So you'd be going up there. But I mean, honestly, then once
mean,
you're
that's
at
a
that point, why not go up
miles.
to the Mediterranean?
Yeah, I mean that's also a lot of miles.
Yeah, so
It's like you could have already crossed the ocean in that time.
and be at an angle that you're probably going, because if we're crossing from that, we also don't want to go straight across. We want to go across at north. Hey Sean, you've already said hi. Epic flip. The United States, originally Pennsylvania, lived in Florida after I got the sailing dream. Okay, Nico, you go grab the real Nico. The AI Nico's boring. I think we're going, the way the waves are friggin' pounding, I think we're going into the wind now. Yeah, the wind is almost on our nose.
No wonder.
Yep.
I told you there would be a point in which we would be into the wind.
And I never doubted you. I looked at Windy and I confirmed on my,
Okay.
when you said that, I believed you. The winds were supposed to do a complete 360, but it's also not supposed to stay like this long.
No, it's not.
And this is why we're motoring. Yeah, a sailboat can't sail into the wind. A sailboat could only sail up to, I mean, depending on the boat, you might be able to get like maybe like a 35, 40 degree angle off of the wind. I never really pay attention to that shit. I just fucking go. Definitely don't think tune into me if you want to learn to sail. I kind of just get the sail set up some way and then start turning the boat until it starts moving. There's a lot of people, because on your sails there's like these little pieces of yarn or piece of plastic that fly back, and you could use those to make sure that you have your sails adjusted perfectly and you're getting the maximum amount of speed out of your boat.
Telltale.
They're called telltales. I don't look at telltales. My telltales probably are not flying straight back right now. They're probably flying all crazy. Actually, you probably can't even see my telltales because my sails are so friggin' reefed right now. Well, first off, the head sail's not out.
Right.
The mainsail is at 3 reefs in the mainsail. We've been sailing since Panama with 3 reefs in our mainsail. And that just means that we've reduced our sail area down to almost like nothing. I'll show you. Like our mainsail should be all the way up to the top of the mast, but right now it's only about halfway up. So we're only at like half of the sail area that we could be at. But the good thing about that is if the winds start picking up out of nowhere, like we're already have reduced sail area, so we're not really at risk of any kind of capsizing, getting pushed over or anything. We're ready for the rough weather. But in light weather, we don't go fast then, unfortunately.
I mean, we could during the day, like it's just too much adjusting for us. We're just like,
Yeah, I think we need to get our reefing lines situated properly, so that way we can reef easily from the cockpit. We should be able to. All of our lines are run back here to the cockpit. So we should be able to adjust all of our sails from the safety of the cockpit. But the reefing lines have been getting jammed up. We have a 2-line in-boom reefing system. And the shit's getting jammed up inside of the boom. So we need to get it adjusted properly once. Speed is for the multi-hulls. And I wish I was on one. I bet you if we were on a catamaran right now, our washing machine, our dryer would run. That's on my mama. I think it might be time for a saltwater rinse. Hell yeah, Tawny, how you doing? No, no, I don't have in boom or well, I mean I have my no, not in boom furling. Sorry, I friggin' blanked for a second. I was about to go back and talk about my reefing again. No in boom furling because then you just that would be the same like you would reef just by furling in a little bit of the mainsail. That'd be nice. Or in mast furling. We have friends on Veneto that have in mast furling. When it breaks, it sucks, but when it's working, it's friggin' amazing. Got this. What's up, Nico? Finally, your AI has been being really whack. I need to do a little bit more programming on that bad boy. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like that is way too, like it's another potential problem, a place to break. Actually, no, fuck that. I mean, no. If I was circumnavigating, which I am, I would opt for regular sails, no, or at least mainsail, no in boom, no in mast furling. If I was just sailing around the Caribbean, I would probably choose an in boom furling or in mast. Like what? Like at least because then I'm always in a place where I could get to safety. I always look in terms of like having backups, and if you have a backup mizzen mast, if something happens to the main, that's always a plus. So I felt like two masts or a yawl rig. I always felt like two masts is better than one. Backups for backups. Oh, now we got Nico and Nico AI here. The bros. Well, Nico, I know Nico AI is from a computer, but Nico, where are you from in the world? And how old are you? But then again, with a catch, when you need to replace your rigging, that's probably double the price, double the stays, double the shrouds. Another shitty thing about motoring into the wind is our speed's gonna drop. Let me, Nico, you're 5? Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. That's what I was kind of gathering. Where is windy. All the wind is getting sucked down to New Zealand. There's like 50, 60 knot winds down there. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, I've only had island packets, so I only know aft cockpit, full keel boats. But I would love to see like a center cockpit, because they always say center cockpits are way more comfortable because you're in the. That's where the least motion is felt. Our first, we looked at what was the center cockpit boat that we looked at? I think it was our Tartan 37 center cockpit. I think we also looked at a Hallsberg Rossi that might have been a center cockpit. You live in Japan, Nico? That's cool. That's my wife's #1 place she wants to visit in the world is Japan. I have a friend that lives in Japan. Hope these winds are shifted. By 6 a.m. tomorrow, we're supposed to be back on track with the normal southeastern winds. After Fiji, Ryan, we're pretty much going to be trying to stay ahead of the world arc until they catch up in Indonesia. Okay, so Fiji to Vanuatu to Indonesia. Get up to Phuket, Thailand to hull out, do a bottom job, change the dripless shaft seal because that's leaking, and then get back down to Indonesia.
Rigging.
Huh?
Rigging.
Oh yeah, probably rigging. Replace the rest of our rigging in Thailand because we've replaced everything except the shrouds and cap shrouds. And then we head back down to Indonesia, wait for the world arc to catch up to us, and then follow them across the Indian Ocean to like Madagascar, South Africa, Namibia, and then go from Namibia to St. Helena and cross the Atlantic to Grenada. I don't know if we'd stop in Grenada or work our way up, land somewhere north. We have like a friend that just bought land in Guadeloupe. So if he's like hanging out in Guadeloupe at the time, maybe stop in and see him. I haven't seen him in years. And then work our way back to maybe Puerto Rico if it's along our route. And then get back to Florida for a circumnavigation party. And then sail up to the east coast of the U.S., northeast, like maybe Maryland, so we could be close to our family in Pennsylvania and start making babies. And start working towards maybe upgrading to a big catamaran. And then just be sailing around the Caribbean and the east coast of the U.S. while our kids grow up. Head in, probably do like hurricane season sometimes in Guatemala, or maybe head down to Panama. We also have some friends that bought an island in Panama, and they're like making it up into this little place, cool hangout place. Like to get down there and check it out. Our friend Jacques that was in here earlier, he's down in Panama. I don't know if he'd still be there in a year though. But it'd just be nice to be in the Caribbean, catch up with all of our friends. Like that's where we've made all of our friends. Most of them are still there. A few crossed to the Mediterranean. And maybe once our kids are a bit older and they're good on the boats, we could cross the Atlantic and go see people in the Med. Boy, Nico, you gotta entertain yourself by talking in my chat to your own AI. Oh, you don't know real Nico. So anybody else that's just joining, we're in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean, sailing to Fiji right now. 11 days at sea without seeing land. We got squalls off in the distance. Could see the rain coming down out there. Lots of low-lying clouds, like it's like a blanket just over the water. I guess I could show out here too. We got the fishing line out. We've had two false alarms on that. Maybe tomorrow we got to switch out for a new lure. Yeah, I think once we get back to the East Coast, Ryan, that most likely I would buy a 50-something foot catamaran that needs a lot of work. I'd rather get something that I don't feel bad about ripping down to bare fiberglass and building up the way I want it. Nico, I'm sure the AI would have answered already if it was actually AI. You're taking too long to switch screens and get to the answer. You just blew up your spot there, buddy. AI don't take that long to answer. You fucked up. You were too slow. Too slow switching screens. I do think it's a kid. That's why I'm not banning him, Ryan. Either that or just a mentally handicapped guy. Either way, I feel like an asshole. Roasted veggies today.
Oh yeah.
Those potatoes are starting to go bad, you know. If you feel them, they're starting to get squishy.
Yeah, well, because they keep getting banged around.
Oh.
But potatoes last a long time.
But you also don't know how old they are to begin with.
Yeah.
It's the shitty thing about the small islands in the South Pacific. For you don't know how old the veggies were when they arrived to the island. Don't know how long they've been sitting on the shelf after that. Then you don't know how long you have to friggin' use them. We got a bigger squall out back. Well, for what it's worth, Ryan, most of the YouTube and everything that I watch is like homesteading and living on land type stuff. I stopped watching sailing YouTube probably 6-7 years ago. Every once in a while I'll watch like my friends' YouTubes, like people that I actually know well. But other than that, I watch land life stuff. I wonder what the happy medium for me would be, because I want to have like a homestead. I want to be able to grow my own crops, but then I'd also like to go friggin' sail whenever I want. So it's like I would need to find land that maybe is somewhere coastal, but that'd be very expensive. But then like when I'm not there, when I'm sailing, I would need somebody that's watching the land for me and maintaining the crops, so that way whenever I come back, everything's still running. I feel like that's like my dream life. How do I accomplish that? Maybe if I start putting it out there into lives and stuff, maybe people start coming up with ideas and my dreams will become a reality. Hell yeah. Do you own like your own land? How much land do you have? I mean, see, like I feel like I've slowly been like taking it down from like originally wanting like 50 acres or 100 acres. Like I wanted enough where you needed like a quad to travel around your property. And they could go, my wife wanted to own horses, so enough land that we could go like horseback riding on trails on our land. And then that went down to like, oh, I would take 15. See you later, Nico AI. Then it went down from like 100 acres to 50 acres to 15 acres. Now I think I'd be happy with just 5 acres. Three acres. And that's another thing. Like I would prefer that my land, my house, be at least 1 mile away from any neighbors. That would be my dream. Yeah, I farted. Oh. Did you smell it?
It smelled like fucking garbage.
And yeah, I don't know about...
Yeah, right after you farted.
I don't think we would be wanting too many big animals. Like, I don't think we would be raising animals for food. I think what I would like to do is have a lot of vegetables and fruits and nuts growing, like, and be able to trade maybe with a local cow farmer, pig farmer, or maybe like sell fruits and vegetables at my own like little stand and make money to buy food from a local, like the meats from local farmers. One neighbor within a core, yeah, exactly. I like to be able to shoot guns and shit without forgetting. I mean, when you're living in like an area, even like a quarter mile, like normally you're around people that have guns and aren't going to complain about you shooting your guns. But yeah, I'd like to be able to just blast music at 3 o'clock in the morning if I ever, not that I'd ever want to, but just, I like to have that option. And for doomsday situations purposes, I would like to be away from any kind of big city. At least a few 100 miles from any big city. On 1,500 square feet, making more than, way more than you need. That's good to know. Do you grow, like, what kind of fruit trees and stuff do you have, or if any? Like, what kind of fruits do you grow? And any kind of nuts or anything? Anybody that's just tuning in, we're in the Pacific Ocean. Haven't seen land for 11 days now. We're hoping to arrive in Fiji in like 4 days. Have some good foods. Apple, plum, and blackberries like crazy. That's what's up. I love blackberries. I would definitely be growing, I know my aunt has blueberry bushes. I would have blackberry bushes, blueberry bushes, raspberry bushes. I don't know if tea berries grow many places outside of Pennsylvania. I never hear about tea berries. I don't know if many people know what tea berries are. Come from the wintergreen plant. They're a red berry. Love to grow them. I love them. We like a lot of tropical fruits. That's why, like, I'm so torn. And I feel like, is Guatemala a better place for us? Because then we'd be able to grow bananas, stuff like that, papayas maybe. I think maybe, I don't know. Lynn could probably correct me on that.
We were talking about how like papaya is a lot more filling than a bunch of berries. Like you have to have a lot more land for berries, and it's not
Right, but
as
it's also
filling.
like berries are a great form of antioxidants. It's
Yeah.
papaya form like that's what I really want the berries for is antioxidants. Oh, you have a version of kiwi growing. That's cool. I mean, I guess that would make sense because like if New Zealand could grow kiwis and they're a cold weather climate, they should be able to grow a lot of places in the world. So I wonder why they don't grow them in more places. A coffee farm in Puerto Rico. Nice. Do any forms of coffee, can you grow coffee in the US? You don't really ever hear of that. Would be cool to just have like maybe grow a little bit to have your own coffee. Maybe grow some sugar cane. I would love to be able to make my own shit. Like grow sugar cane, have the press to make my own sugar or whatever. Make my own rum. I had a still on board. I've made my own rum from sugar cane juice in these tropical mountains down. Trying to think, like I definitely like I guess for me berries are the most important. That's what I really like when it comes to fruits.
That's what we miss the most. Like when you look at the kind of fruit we miss, it's berries. Like we're not gonna miss papaya. Like
Yep,
that.
every time we go to a grocery store we tend to buy berries.
Yeah.
I love kiwis as well, I just don't like having to friggin' peel them.
The New Zealand kiwis, which we
Grow
had,
your own weed, hell yeah.
had the privilege of tasting New Zealand kiwi is. I understand.
The red New Zealand
They're
kiwis
the
are fucking
best
awesome.
Kiwis I've literally ever had in my whole life.
Grapes, yeah, my grandparents always had grapevines at their house. I mean veggies. I love most vegetables, but I mean I would definitely like growing up. My family's always grown snow peas and sugar snap peas. My garden definitely got to have them. I love them. I could just sit there and eat them all day long, fresh out of the garden. Broccoli, I heard broccoli. I've always loved broccoli. My mom said that when I was little, when I was like a toddler, and she'd be going grocery shopping, she'd have to get 2 crowns of broccoli because I would eat one as she's walking around the store shopping. So I'd definitely be growing a lot of broccoli, and I read that it's really good for fighting cancer. Be growing a lot of garlic. I would have fucking insane amounts of garlic in all of my food.
Sorry to interrupt.
Peppers.
Food is a very important part of you. But how can I log into your ETD? You love food. For someone who is so picky.
Well, I love talking about the few food that I like. The few foods that I like. More lettuce than any 10 humans could eat in a week, he said he has in his garden. I don't know, man. You bring me over and we got a shit ton of hard shell tacos. I could eat a lot of lettuce. That's all I put in my tacos and I just like iceberg. Like I like the the lettuce that has no nutritional value, just crunchy iceberg lettuce. So when I make tacos, just a little layer of ground beef at the bottom, habanero hot sauce on top of that with iceberg lettuce. That's all I like on my tacos, and I'll eat 15, 16, 17 tacos. putting us off course. Like we don't touch it, so we really got to pay attention. And I might be able to give you a little example on the friggin' charts here. Well, no, our track got deleted. But yeah, so since we weren't paying attention, we didn't notice that we started like we were going up this way, and we haven't noticed that this whole time we were going down. And this is supposedly an obstruction, it says on the charts.
Really?
Yeah. Like you could see all these lines that looks like it was like an underwater volcano. Tamara, if you're still here. Tamara, we're right by an underwater volcano. I'm sure it's not active anymore. You hunt deer? I'm the son of a hunter. And I never ate anything my dad hunted or caught or killed. Always been, and I'm such a picky eater. It's absolutely disgusting. I've been a picky eater my whole life. My poor mom, God rest her soul. She had it tough with me. I think I did eat some deer jerky well into like probably after I started working for Amazon. I know my old boss Terry used to bring in deer jerky. I had it a couple times, but I never ever tried my dad's deer jerky. My dad always had a deep freeze full of deer meat. Never ate it. Actually, now that I think about it, who knows what the fuck my mom said she was feeding me, or who, like when she said it was beef or whatever, who knows. So I probably did eat plenty of venison in my life without knowing about it. Bear meat, I remember having it in the freezer. So yeah, my dad did a lot of deer. Killed one bear. He didn't really do bear. He hunted bear once. Once he got his bear, he never did it again. Yeah, a turkey hunting all the time. That was pretty much it. Yeah, hell yeah, that's what I would want. Just getting pork and beef from my neighbors. Though the only pork I like is bacon. Hell yeah. That's exactly what I want. What's up? Welcome back, Sean. Okay, we're back on course. Do you want to zip that down a bit? Well, the wind more so than anything, but yeah, it's a little chilly. Chilling, man. Getting a little breezy out here now. Usually I'm hot. Now I'm getting a little chilly. There we go. Our speed, I think, is slowing down a little bit too. What about our food? Well, me and Ryan were just talking about, I always watch YouTube videos. Like, I don't watch sailing YouTube videos. So funny, you should stop and did you hear me earlier? I just called your name like a minute or two ago. I do believe that this is probably, like if you look here, this underwater geography that we're going by, it looks like an underwater volcano. Sailing past an underwater volcano. Your name, Tamara. I was pointing out on the chart so that looked like we were going by an underwater volcano, so I asked if you were still there. But yeah, Sean, me and Ryan were talking about, I was saying about how I don't watch people sailing on YouTube. Since I've been sailing, I never watch sailing YouTubers. I normally watch people that live on land and grow their own crops and stuff. Tamara, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This line is Not good. I mean, the whole South Pacific Ocean is just riddled with underwater volcanoes. I mean, every island in the South Pacific is pretty much an old volcano that rose up and died. I don't watch any sports. I'm out here trying to live my life. I don't watch much of anything. If anything, I watch YouTube, and it's mostly like people homesteading. Usually I watch educational stuff. And Kill Tony for comedy. I don't know where my backup cell phone is. So what's going on with this stuff?
It's gonna get hung. Oh. I think it's gonna go hung in it.
I was just gonna sit there.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't watched sports since I was a little kid, probably like 8 or 9 years old. I used to watch basketball. There's a fucking boat.
Where?
Oh no, that's the obstruction. I think it's an oil rig or something. Let me check AIS to see if that's on there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I see it. I see it. It's right off the, I would say, what is that?
Look at that, guys.
9 o'clock.
We've been fucking talking to this chat this whole time that this huge thing fucking rolls up. We don't even notice it. Ryan, it was nice talking to you. We'll catch you next time. I gotta go, guy. Well, I don't gotta go. But just give me a second, guys, to check my charts real quick. I don't know what the fuck that is. And no, I haven't heard of Rio Tatsuki. Who's that, Tamara? You guys just bear with me while I want to... I don't know why I'm fucking like nervous right now.
I don't either. I think we have enough space. Like,
Oh yeah, we're so far away from that thing. I'm wondering if it's like an old rundown cargo ship or something that they just anchored because it's like fucking they couldn't get it anywhere or something. No, that's close. I don't know what the fuck. Like, look at marine traffic.
okay.
Oh, there it is. It's a boat. It just popped up on AIS.
Where is it going?
I don't know. It's HSINLONG. This is fucking crazy. What?
So amped up.
So that is
It's coming
then.
towards us. It's a fishing vessel.
Oh, it's a fishing vessel.
And it's coming off, and it's hovering traffic, and it's gonna pass us. Yep, it says to report.
Is there any other ones?
Not in our vicinity, no.
Hopefully it doesn't have a net out that we might fucking run into.
Yeah, especially because we're motoring.
I mean, is our radio on?
Yeah, radio's on. Check the volume.
Phew. Did you say Chinese?
It just said fishing vessel.
I'll have to look her up, Tamara. Never heard of her.
I could clearly see it now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was able to see its like motion, so.
Wow, our second boat that we've seen.
God,
What's wrong?
where's your camera?
My camera? I think in the basket in the V-berth on my side or in my underwear drawer. I don't think it's moving because, well, I guess it could be moving just in the opposite direction, like it shows here. Because we're passing it, we're passing each other rather quickly. You want my camera?
I don't know why this phone's not it's not focusing.
You want my phone?
I don't know if you could see. Well, we're passing a fishing vessel right there. Doesn't look that close on camera, but I mean, I could tell the motion of the boat and everything.
Yeah.
Fishing vessel just off of our port. Oh man. Guess we just gotta hope that that fishing vessel's not friggin' dragging a friggin' mile-long net behind it. I think when they do that, they usually have two vessels, and I don't see a second one, so I think we're okay. This phone's about to die.
Want it off?
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be hard to. So that's cool. Fishing vessel. I don't know if you guys could see it. Where is it? If you're looking from the camera. Oh, it still might be off to the side. Oh, how about some binoculars? Tamara, it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Can't tell where the boat is on the screen, or if you guys should be able to see it.
Point to it and let me see if I can see it on video. Oh, hold on. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, you just gotta trust that it's there. I don't know. I feel like they're circling us, or they're going behind us. Like they went there and now they're coming up
going
around.
behind us.
Let's hope they're not piratas. Maybe they're watching the live. If anybody's out fishing off the coast of Tonga right now, let us know. I don't want to be too offensive, but it looks like a shitty derelict fishing vessel. How about that? We got a fishing boat going past us. Boy, we've been slacking on our pimp game today. Now all that running around the boat made me a little sweaty.
Yeah. I don't know. Friggin' freak out.
I wasn't freaking out. I mean, well, at first I thought it was like whatever this obstruction, like the fact that...
Yes, I know, yeah.
I know it is there.
Yeah.
And the fact that we didn't see it on AI. I mean, we should have saw it from far away. So either our AIS sucks or they weren't transponding. Why wouldn't you transpond?
Well, then why are they on marine trap?
That's true. We are not armed. I mean, I have like a thing that we used to pick up the fish out of the water. It's like a big hook. I guess I could probably try to get a guy in the neck with it. If anybody ever came up in a boat, my plan would always be to dump our gasoline jug into open it up and throw it into their boat so it leaks all inside of their boat, and then throw a friggin' flare into the boat and let them watch them burn to death, and then piss on them. Yeah, why isn't anyone chatting? We have like the chat like ebbs and flows. Like there's periods where people are nonstop talking. Then well, yeah, I mean, I'm talking if they were actually trying to board our boat, we'd do that. But yeah, the chat usually ebbs and flows. There's people that talk and then it gets quiet for a while. Usually what I do is normally this time I shut the chat down. Actually, no, this is normally when we start up again. But yeah, that fishing boat didn't try radioing us or anything, so
Because they probably saw us.
yeah, they probably saw us and they're like, oh, just stay out of their way. Well, and that's why I assume that they don't have any kind of fishing net in the water that's a mile long that they're trailing behind.
I don't
But-
assume people would let you know, hey, stay clear of me.
I mean, if they don't want to lose their net, because if I get wrapped up in their net, they're gonna have to cut it free and they lose all their fish. So I would think it would be in their best interest to be like, stay away.
Right.
Because they're gonna have to lose fucking tens of thousands of dollars. Like a net that's miles long, it's gonna cost tens of thousands of dollars. I don't think they just want us to run into it and have to cut it away and lose it. So I think it'd be in their best interest to let us know. A chatterbox after 2 beers? Tamara. God, when I was drinking, right before I quit drinking, I was probably drinking like 18 beers at least in a night. If I started in the morning, I'd probably be drinking at least 24 beers. What'd you do today, Tamara? Anything fun? So anybody that didn't understand what was going on, that fishing vessel popped up out of nowhere for us because I've been talking to the chat this whole time. But if we were paying attention to our charts and this one website called Marine Traffic, we would have known that that ship was there all along. We just weren't paying attention. Probably a bad sailor move there. Dumpster diving, did you find anything good? I know my mother-in-law and her husband, they like to go around and they see if anybody's throwing out like old TVs and electronics and stuff, and he takes them home and fixes them and resells them. It's amazing what people, I mean, I was the same way. I used to throw stuff away instead of trying to fix it. I've gotten much more confident in my handyman abilities, and now I've been fixing stuff. Like our water maker when it broke in Bora Bora. Took the motor apart and fixed it with a little help from my uncle. What's up, everyone? Anyone that's just tuning in, we're in the South Pacific Ocean right now. We just got passed by a fishing vessel. It's the first boat we've seen. We've been at sea for 11 days without seeing land. We just saw our first boat in like a week. Fishing vessel. Nice. Nice, Tamara. Getting some good shit then. Yeah, I know. I worked for Amazon.com for most of my life, and the stuff that we would throw away was insane. Especially like anything with an expiration date, with it before it expired, we would get rid of it. Baby food, all that kind of stuff. Remember, a lot of the girls at work would always be trying to get our bosses to fight corporate to see if we could just donate it. And I think they ended up winning, and they started donating a lot of like the baby supply of food and stuff. I think we're going to be having some weather throughout the night. Yeah, the problem is the people that are making the decisions are 1,000 miles away at corporate. Rather just fucking just make the problem go away and forget about it. Another thing is like third-party people that sell on Amazon. Sometimes like they don't want to pay. They don't have the money to pay to have the stuff. Like once they can't afford to keep it on Amazon anymore, they can't afford to send it, have it sent back to themselves. So they just send the order to destroy it all. Yeah, they don't care. I don't know, there's a little bit of me though, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that they won't buy something, or they won't pay for it, but then the second it's being given away for free, they'll fight for it. And I hate that about some people. So like I sometimes when I'm trying to, like, let's say I replace a part on my boat and the old part is still working, and I try to sell it for a heavy discount, and then there's people out there that'll be like, oh well, I don't have the money for it, but if you're ever giving it away for free, let me know. Like in those situations, if nobody buys it, I normally just throw it away. I don't want to give it away for free. Like if you couldn't help me out giving me like friggin' $20 for $1,000 item that I'm basically, I feel like I'm already giving it away for free, and you don't want to buy it for $20, I'd rather just throw it away. Yeah, fortunately the winds are coming from in front of us, so like that stuff behind us shouldn't come up on us. That should be going away from us, hopefully. So we only really have to worry about what's in front of us, and it's not as bad looking out in front. Yeah, folks, and subscribe. If you subscribe, I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll jump in the ocean. I am fun. Maybe a little antisocial, but once you get to know me, you know, I warm up to you, you warm up to me. Friday night too, though. I think a lot of people, all the cool people, are out having fun at the bars and the clubs, and it's just us losers here on the internets. I'm cool with that though. Tamara says hi. She got headphones on right now. Literally just walked past me as I said that.
Huh?
Tamara said hi.
Oh, hi, Tamara.
I said you got headphones and you just completely walked by me. Noise canceling headphones. And she tunes me out. Kitty. Kitty's been hanging out inside all day. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. Let's see. Yeah, it's too dark down there. He's back there though. I guess it was a little bit too sunny out here for him today. Now it's just me and the DOG. Think maybe we need to take her for a little poop poop. Yeah, it's definitely it could be the test of a marriage, living on a boat together, but we both worked for Amazon.com, and that's where we met. So I mean, we've pretty much spent our like where most couples at least are away from each other when they're at work. We were together at work. I do love how like those clouds, they just like sit over the water like a blanket. I love that. It looks so cool. And then they rise up like mountains. It was a good day. Yeah, until it drops. Downpour. That's why we have a fully enclosed cockpit, so we don't have to worry about the rain. It's nice having the sun in front of me too, nice and lit up. The sky isn't completely blown out. Maybe we'll have a nice sunset today. Seems like it's been, the skies have been nice and clear the last few days. But then when the sun goes down, it's all blocked by clouds. So maybe now that it's been cloudy all day, maybe the sunset will have clear skies. And we get to see the sun dip below the horizon. Maybe we'll see a green flash. I don't know. I mean, we have 21 people in here. Nobody's talking though. Guys, we're in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean. Anybody have any questions about what it's like being at sea for weeks on end on a small boat? Like, we're not on no cruise ship or anything. Yeah, let me know. I do feel like Friday nights are usually kind of slow. Maybe nobody wants to just sit there and watch me eat either. Hey man, I haven't socialized really in months. When we were in Bora Bora, the guy next to us had the same brand of boat as us. So he stopped by to say hi. And he was telling me about how he like bought weed on land or whatever. I was like, oh, you smoke weed? I was like, if you want to come over later, come over, we'll smoke a joint together. So he came over and smoked. Like, that was pretty much the only socialization I had. Oh, and there was another American couple that we met at a cafe in Bora Bora. And we sat there for about an hour telling them about our adventures. That was about the limit of my socialization for like the last 7 or 8 months. But yeah, we've been at sea now for 11 days, haven't seen land. Just saw our first in over a week. Our biggest adventure was crossing the Pacific